Dear students, welcome to online Sunday school class 12. As you're perhaps aware that you are undergoing a 2-year learning program in the Tabor category, and by completing Sunday school class 12, you will be awarded with the Orthodox Veda Praveen diploma, thus making you eligible to become a Sunday school teacher. Aiming thus 3 major units with 12 lessons starting with chapter 9 in your textbooks relates to learning and teaching in Sunday school. Let us now learn chapter 9 about learning and teaching in Sunday school. In this chapter, we will learn what is learning, what is the psychology of learning, what is teaching, goals of teaching, etc. Teaching can be made effective only if you understand what is learning and teaching. Teaching has certain specific goals. If the teacher does not understand them properly, he will not be able to make his teaching effective. So let us therefore understand what is learning. Learning is a permanent change brought about in an individual by the experiences and insights gathered from his external circumstances. Learning affects changes in the individual's character and cognitive structure. So there are two important perspectives regarding learning. They are, one is behaviorism, which means learning affects changes in the character and behavior of a person. The next is cognitivism, means learning results changes in the cognitive structure of an individual. This means that the horizon of knowledge enlarges and new knowledge is acquired. The changes happen as a result of external stimuli. We can divide the circumstances experienced by an individual into two. One is natural environment, the other is artificial environment. The natural environment is got naturally, it is not created by artificially by anyone. But artificial environment is created specifically by us. Hence it is informal too. Learning can take place only if the environment is conducive. Now come to the psychology of learning. The psychology of learning is a theoretical science that covers the various psychological theories that relate with learning. Here we see that there are certain basic components of learning like genuine interest, right attitude, readiness to learn, aptitudes, and motivation. A genuine teacher or an ideal teacher should be able to kindle interest in learning among his students. Only then will effective learning become possible. Learning becomes possible only if the skills and abilities mentioned above are practiced. Now come to what is teaching. There are of course several definitions for teaching. All of them point out to one important principle, that is, teaching is a process that enables right learning. The basic components of teaching are teacher, then student, subject, and the environment or the circumstances. Teaching will only become successful when these four components act together appropriately. Now let us see what are the goals of teaching. The goals of teaching is the all-round development of the student. It aims at physical, cognitive, mental, moral, and spiritual development. Our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, has pointed out that one goal of teaching is spiritual development. He says, by education, I mean an all round drawing out of the burst in child and man, that's body, mind, and spirit. So, as far as Sunday school is concerned, we can divide these goals into three. One, ultimate goal. Second, long term goal. And third, short term and immediate goals. So, when we talk about the ultimate goal of a Sunday school teaching is to enable the students to become God's children and inherit the kingdom of heaven, or means the eternal life. Second is the long-term goals. The long-term goals help attaining the ultimate goal mentioned above. Some of them are, confirm your Orthodox faith and lead an ideal Christian life. Lead a collaborative life in the society as people with good character. Generate fruits of the Spirit, which are ideal values. We read in Galatians chapter 5:22 onwards. Then develop good thoughts and good action. Function charitably in the church and the society. Then sustain yourself in true faith and true worship. Above all, take pride in Orthodox faith, the apostolic foundation, and the traditions of the church. Now come to the short-term goals. The short-term goals or learning objectives are those that can be attained within a short period. The Sunday school teachers should try their best to realize these goals in each of their classes. Some of the short-term goals are: learn and assimilate the biblical truths, read and meditate the Holy Bible regularly, say the canonical prayers also regularly, at least 2 times, learn the prayers and hymns of the church and practice them in the daily life, understand the sacraments, fasts, and liturgies of the church and observe them in life, learn the biographies of church fathers and imitate their good models, learn the history of the church, especially the history of the Catholicate, and understand the good habits to be followed and implement them in their life. Coming to the conclusion, we have seen that learning and teaching are interrelated like two sides of a coin, and they are complementary. Teaching will become ineffective if true learning does not take place. Genuine teaching is an art as well as a skill. An ideal teacher is one who fulfills these parameters of teaching. We have understood from this lesson what learning and teaching are, how effective learning can be made possible, and what are the basic components of learning. We have also understood What are the goals of Sunday school teaching? And finally, ideal teachers are those who create the most appropriate learning experiences using their skills and abilities in order to ensure that the students are provided with the right learning. Uh, I end the class here, and I also would like to give an activity for you to do after the class. You have to prepare a chart containing the various goals of teaching. Collect and add more goals. Thank you very much. May God bless you all.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.